Bongani Mkhwananzi is the leader of an organization called the Zimbabwe Community in South Africa. It represents thousands of Zimbabweans, many of whom have been sharing stories about what's happening to their families back home.
The reality is there is no money in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has a liquidity crisis. The real solution to this is to go back to the multi-currency system, not by proclamations or writing press statements, by actually doing it. They must just scrap the bond note.
Mkhwananzi believes that Zimbabwe is on the verge of another financial crisis on the same level as the one which crippled the country back in 2008. Zimbabweans are South Africa's largest group of African migrants, and Mkhwananzi says many of them are unlikely to go home anytime soon because the current economic prospects simply don't look good.
There's no way I see any logical reasoning person going home right now, particularly after the permit regime that gave a few Zimbabweans work permits and they are now able to stabilize their stay here. So I do not see, actually we will see an influx of people coming into the country, and this will also burden the South African situation, which has all its own problems right now.
It's a view that's echoed by another organization representing Zimbabweans here in South Africa, the Africa Diaspora Forum.
There's going to be an influx of people coming from Zimbabwe, coming into South Africa to seek jobs, for better opportunities. Also, even in terms of buying, the business has been booming in places like Polokwane and Messina because people are coming in high numbers to buy so that they'll be able to go and sell that stuff back in Zimbabwe.
Diamond says the initially positive national sentiment when President Emmerson Mnangagwa took over has changed in recent weeks.
People in Zimbabwe are very desperate. There was an optimism of grace. When the new government came into power, when the new dispensation came into power, everyone was optimistic, to say at least things are going to change. People are very worried, and we're also very worried because we understand the consequences of whatever is happening in Zimbabwe.
Both organizations are concerned that more and more Zimbabweans will leave their homes and try to cross the border illegally, desperate for a better life. Yuli Sanjamela for Cgtn, Johannesburg, South Africa.